I received the email this morning from Dr. Moonby telling me about this particular story, and it's quite bothersome. Now, they have a city in China by the name of Guangzhou. If I'm saying that right, forgive me. But a lot of African migrants have been coming to that particular city. And I'm going to get into how Africans are treated in China. But you have this one sister from Uganda that went to her hotel and did not know that Kenyans, Ugandans, and Nigerians could not stay in any of the hotels in this particular city. And now we will get to why. Now, the Chinese police stated that there was some criminal activity that happened with some African. They don't know if it's male, female. They don't know what happened. They just say some criminal activity. So they put the word out to all the hotels and say, hey, don't let no Nigerian, no Ugandan, or Kenyan stay here at all. You had a sister that was a magistrate. Her name was Juliet Hatanga. She's a senior magistrate from Uganda. So she stated that when she got to the hotel, they asked her name, and she confirmed they had a room for her. They asked for a passport. When they saw her passport, they said, sorry, they could not host me. And then when she found out why, they said it was orders of the police. The police had told them not to host anyone from Uganda. They are no longer wanted. I asked them if I could host somewhere else. They told me no. They said apparently someone was suspected to have committed a crime, which this someone was suspected to be either Ugandan, Kenyan, or Nigerian, and without confirming whether it was male or female, so all of us were condemned. So the Chinese are hella racist toward African people. Now, let me get into how they are really treated when they're staying there in this city. This is just this one incident. Now, I'm going to another article, and I'll post these articles in the description box. You guys can look at it yourself. As I'm reading here, the mega city of Guangzhou is home to the largest concentration of Africans in Asia, about 200,000, some estimates. Now, they say, but unlike Chinese contractors in Africa, these migrants often go to China without the backing of a corporation or home country. Legally, they are not able to buy land, open a shop, seek employment, or start a factory in China. In order to engage in any commercial activity, many African migrants marry a Chinese wife and register their business in her name, while those with the financial capacity could open a representative office of a Hong Kong registered firm. Listen to that. So let's go back again. They cannot buy land, but the Chinese is coming to Nigeria. The Chinese are in Kenya. The Chinese are in Uganda, and they're buying land. Don't seem like it's an equal trade, right? Black people can't open up a shop, yet Chinese open up all kind of shops in Kenya, Nigeria, and Uganda. They can't seek employment or start a factory, and yet Chinese are doing all that in African nations. They can't have to sit there and marry a woman from the place, right? But yet Chinese can come there and just do whatever they want. They don't have to marry an African woman. So why is it that the Chinese are in African nations again? Let's continue. Also, if you're African in China, you cannot have a bank account. Now, they also stated that there's a lot of hostility toward African people from the Chinese people themselves. They say publicly, oh, yeah, we welcome the Africans. Come on in. But when they get there, they treat them like crap. They experience a lot of racism. And this is something that really bothers me. It bothers me because they are coming everywhere, the Chinese. They go into the Caribbean. A lot of people from there are saying, man, these Chinese just flooding over here. You got them coming in the continent. They just going everywhere and doing what they want to do. But this treatment of Africans, I want you to pay attention to this. The governments of Nigeria, Kenya, and Uganda. How in the hell do you have your people in China and they tell them they cannot buy land, but you're sitting there letting China come and buy all kind of land on the continent? You should get every bit of that land that they have, take it back and say, if we can't buy land in China, you for sure not going to buy no land here. How dare they? They say you can't even open up a bank account. You can't do business in China, but yet y'all let them come to the continent and do all kind of business down there? No. I mean, it pissed me off because I am sick and tired of watching black people worldwide be treated this way. And part of the reason why we're treated this way is because we do not square our shoulders back and say, hell no, you ain't treating us this way. I believe in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. I believe in tit for tat. I believe two wrongs makes us even. That's what I believe, because people don't appreciate when you're nice. People don't appreciate when you're forgiving. They only respect you when you're saying the things that I am saying. It's really just annoying at this point. How is it that you allow the Chinese government to do this to you? All of you who are watching me in the continent of Africa, many of you watch, you should see those Chinese. You should say, hey, you know what? Get the hell out of my country. I don't want you here. Look at the way you treat my brothers and sisters when they go over there in your country. Now, I've been hearing from many other black people that go over there, so you can't go to certain clubs, you can't go do this, you can't do that. They hate you, but yet they want to come in to the continent of Africa. That Africa and China relationship needs to go. Now, one thing I do agree with the white supremacists on, Africa should be for Africans. That I agree with. No one should have access to the resources. No one should have access to the land. You want access to the resources, you pay full price for them. You don't get them for no deals. You don't get to own no land over here unless you are a citizen of this land or you're coming from the diaspora. That's it. If you're not part of the diaspora, you have no rights to even think about buying land here. Forget that, man. How you gonna let China do that? China is sitting up there disrespecting y'all. Saying because one alleged black person committed a crime, now none of y'all can stay in a hotel? Man, I'm telling you, you should go and say, you know what, okay, new law today. A Chinese do something, none of y'all can get in a hotel. Matter of fact, I'm deporting all y'all. Get out. Go back to China where you come from. And matter of fact, I got a loan. Okay, let me hurry up and pay my loan. I'm paying my loan off to you because I'm going to sell my resources for the right prices. And then I'm going to get mega rich off of them. And then I'm going to pay you off and then you get out too. I don't want you here. It's just that simple. Africans have to get to that point. Stop allowing all these different nations of people to come into Africa. You let Vladimir Putin trying to come in there. I'm watching a video, got some sort of private Russian military over there. You let everybody come in. Y'all have to take that approach, Africa first, and kick people out that's not for your best interest. China is not in your best interest. If you can't own land, but they can own it in your country, you can't have a bank account, you can't start a business, you can't do anything, and the people treat you ugly? No, man. Come on, man. We got to have some pride. Have some African pride for yourself, brothers and sisters. Don't put up with that crap. Y'all could be the greatest continent in the whole world. You are the greatest continent in the whole world. That's why all the whole world want to be where you're at. Because you are the greatest continent in the world. No other continent has the resources that you have. Act like it. You are the true kings and queens of the earth. If you would act like it, trust me, everybody will respect you. But no one will respect you if you sit up there and let them slap you in the face, kick you down, and then you still will do business with them. But it's just like our brothers and sisters right here in America. You sit up there getting beat up in the Asian nail shop, and then you go sit your behind right in there and get your nails done. Because brothers and sisters were taking pictures of actual black folks going to sit down in them nail shops right after black folks got beat. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better than this worldwide. From America all the way to the continent. Love yourself. Have some pride in yourself. Don't sit up here and let nobody treat you any kind of way. Whether they white supremacist colonizer or a Chinese, whoever colonizer trying to come in too. Forget that, man. I'm just sick and tired of seeing black people allowing themselves to be treated this way. Because you allow it. People only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. I'll repeat that again. People only treat you the way you allow them to treat you. If you had some sort of respect for yourself, the moment that they got word that you couldn't buy land in China, oh, Chinese, you gone. You out. You don't come in here and buy land and I can't go over there and buy none over there with you. Hell no. We got to have some self-respect for ourselves. Love ourselves enough. It comes back to loving ourselves. If you love yourself, you won't allow yourself to be treated this way. no matter where you at in the world. That's a call to all black people. Love yourself and demand to be treated right. If they treat you a certain way, treat them back the exact same way. Don't let them come up to you telling you about no, well, it's not right. Like, forget that. You only respect when I treat you the way you treat me. Because you can't have a future in this world if you're dealing with people this way. You can't let people just rape your land, rape your resources, take everything from you. Then I'm hearing these Chinese are getting the women pregnant and going back to China, and now they got a bunch of half Chinese, half black children running around in Ghana and all these other places that I'm seeing. Come on, man. Y'all got to tighten up on the continent. You have to tighten up. Y'all got to do better than that. And if your government won't do nothing, then get some people in there that will actually have an Africa first mentality and fix your community for what it is, make money off of the resources, put the people to work. That's what you got to do. You don't need no Chinese for nothing. You got the wealth of the world literally underneath your feet with your resources. Use them. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. This Chinese got some doggone nerve to be acting that way. But you know what? That Africa-China alliance needs to break up anyway, because nobody needs to be skimming off of the blessings that's coming out of Africa.